After making the first two videos of the budget PC setup series, I thought, why not make a combined video to show off the best budget PC parts of 2024? Now, I took some recommendations from some people and some recommendations from myself. So here today I present you the best PC budget setup of 2024. After further ado, let's get on to this video. So, the first thing for this PC is the CPU. That's why I went with the AMD Ryzen 5600 6-core 12-thread CPU. It comes with a race stealth stock cooler, which I don't really recommend using, but other than that, it only costs $117. Now, $117 for this CPU is crazy. 6-core 12-thread says it all. Now, you might see some 8-core 16 threads for about $160 to $200, but I don't really recommend going through that way because if you want to upgrade that much, just buy an AM5 socket motherboard with an AM5 CPU like the Ryzen 7800X3D or a newer one that is coming out soon like the Ryzen 9000 series. Now, to cool your CPU, you might want to use the stock cooler if you don't want to spend the extra $20 to $30 on a CPU cooler, but I don't really think that's necessary because buying a CPU cooler is way better than using the stock cooler that it comes with. So that's why I went with the Arctic Freezer 36 Black single tower CPU cooler with two 120mm P fans that are 200 to 1800 RPM. They have 4 heat pipes and includes 1 tube of MX6 thermal paste. So this is only $37, and for a thermal paste tube, they're anywhere from $5 to $10. So for only about $30 for the CPU cooler, I'd say that's a steal of a deal. Now, you might see some cheaper for $20 to $25, but usually those aren't really that good quality and they look pretty junky. But this is a very nice quality and good lasting CPU cooler that will work perfectly fine for any CPU really in that matter. So you're going to need a motherboard for everything really, so that's why I went with the Asus Prime B550M, a Wi-Fi 2 micro ATX motherboard. It comes with a PCIe 4 slot for SSD, 6GB Ethernet, ECC memory, HDMI 2.1, and an RGB header. So let me tell you everything else it comes with. So it comes with the VRM heatsink and thermal pad, 4-pin PWM DC fan headers times 2, and then one that's not a DC, a PCH heatsink, 4 RAM slots that are up to 128GB of DDR4, 64GB a second of M.2 PCIe 4 for your SSD, Asus Safe Slot Core, a 32GB M.2 support PCIe 3 for SSD that is not PCIe 4, and an audio shielding dedicated for audio PCB layers. So it comes with a 3-pin adjustable Gen 2 RGB header, a 4-pin RGB header times 2, a PS2 port, 2 USB 3.2 Gen 1s, a D-sub port, a DVI-D port, an HDMI port, 2 USB 3.2 Gen 2s, a Ethernet port, 2 USB 3.2 Gen 1, so that's times 2, and then 3 audio jacks. So that comes with a SATA cable, the I/O panel shield, the M.2 screws, the user guide, and the disc. Now, all that for $125 is definitely a steal, and Asus makes definitely the best motherboards hands down around this price range, so I definitely recommend purchasing one. So, in my opinion, I think it's good to go with 32GB of RAM, but you might only want to get 16, and that's perfectly fine. So, I went with this $63 T-Force Vulcan Z kit of two 16GB sticks of 3200 MHz DDR4 RAM. So you can get 2 8GB sticks for about $30 to $35, but if you want to spend the extra double to get 32GB, I think it's well worth it. Its latency is only 16, which is actually pretty nice for only DDR4. So $63 for 2 sticks of 16 gigabytes of DDR4 clocked at 3200 megahertz is pretty nice. So I think anyone that's into content creation or streaming is definitely going to need at least 1 terabyte. So that's why I went with 2. If you're not really into that, 1 terabyte's all you need. But that's why I went with the Crucial P3 Plus 2 terabyte PCIe Gen 4 SSD slot. Its read and write speed is 5,000 and 4,200, and it's a PCIe 4 slot. You can put a PCIe 3 slot in the motherboard that you're going to buy also, but this is just for the PCIe 4 slot. Now, for 2 terabytes, it costs $125 with Amazon Music. But if you want 1 terabyte, you can buy it for about $60 to $70, which isn't even that bad. But if you want 2 terabytes, this is what I recommend. So now let's get into the most important part, the GPU. That's why I went with the Gigabyte Radeon RX 7600 XT overclocked graphics card that has 16 gigabytes of VRAM and 3 WindForce fans. Now, the WindForce fans are one of the best on the GPU, and since it's overclocked, you can make it run even faster. Now, at 16 gigabytes of VRAM, this is more than enough of VRAM. This will run titles in the future, titles now, like any title that could possibly need anywhere from 6 to 12 gigabytes of VRAM, and you're always going to have that extra VRAM that is always going to come in clutch. Now, for only $305 plus Amazon Music, which is always nice, it's a steal of a deal. You'll see like 4060 Ti's for like $400 to $500, and those are way too overpriced. And you see some 3060s that are around $300 to $350, and I think that's also way too much for a NVIDIA graphics card. So the RX 7600 XT is definitely the best option, around $300 to $350. Now, to power this, you're going to need a pretty nice power supply. So that's why I went with the MSI Mag A650BN power supply. It's 80 plus bronze certified, and it has 650 watts. Now, you might only need about 550 to 600, but having that extra amount of wattage, if you ever want to upgrade your build, is always going to be necessary. So this is a very nice quality power supply, and it's only $70. Now, for $70, you can also buy the A750BN PCIe 5, which is nice, but I think I'm going to go with the 650 because it's all you need, and you don't need the 750BN PCIe 5. Just to let you guys know, I'll have all the products listed in the description of this video. So just in case you want to buy anything, they'll always have the links. So if you ever want to come back to this video, you can. So the last thing for the PC is the case. That's why I went with the Montec Air 100 ARGB Micro ATX Tower. It has 4 ARGB fans pre-installed, a tempered glass front panel, and it's a nice sleek black design. You have more than enough room to install everything you need: a motherboard, a power supply, a GPU. Everything that you'd probably want in a build like this could fit in this Montec Air 100. Now, for only $65, this is definitely hands down the best PC case that you can buy. Really, up to $150, this is like one of the best that you could definitely buy. So the first thing you're going to want to buy is a monitor. That's why I went with the Kuri gaming monitor, 27-inch, 1440p with up to 240Hz refresh rate. Now, I just made a video about this that you can go check it out. This monitor is amazing. I've tested it out. It works perfectly fine, and it runs very smoothly. So you can see the difference between 165Hz and 240Hz with that 1 millisecond refresh time. It's so less blurry, and it overall runs so much smoother. Now, for an Xbox, you're only running up to 120Hz, but for a PC, you can run 240Hz. So you can tilt it from -5 degrees to +20 degrees, and it supports the VESA 75mm, and you can adjust to your comfortable angle, which is always nice. So it has one HDMI 2.0 slot, a DisplayPort 1.4 slot, and a 3.5mm audio jack. Now, for a 27-inch design, it comes with a power cord, a user manual, a DisplayPort 1.4 cable, and obviously the monitor. And the box design is actually really nice. It has these cool little emojis, and it has this really nice Japanese design. Or I'm pretty sure it's Japanese. But for only $210, it's very nice. Now, you're going to need a mouse and a keyboard. So that's why I went with the HyperX Pulsefire Haste wireless gaming mouse. It's ultra lightweight, weighing at 61 grams. It has a 100-hour battery life. It has a honeycomb shell. It has up to 16,000 DPI. And it has 6 programmable buttons and a nice black and a little bit of red design. So it has a DPI changer. It has the left and right mouse buttons, the 2 mouse buttons on the side, and the scroll wheel. So altogether, that is 6 programmable buttons. And for only $64 plus Amazon Music, if you ever want that. There's always the wired option for $40, but I do definitely recommend the wireless version, as it will help you greatly enhance your gaming, and it's overall just better. So with the mouse, you're going to need a keyboard. That's why I recommend this Meiji 60% mechanical gaming keyboard. It comes with 68 red linear switches in the black and gray design, and for only $30, this is an amazing keyboard to get. The FN and the number keys are on one key, so it's more minimal. You have the 4 keys on the side for the 60%. You have the arrow keys in all different directions, and there's a little blue light for the LED. Now, for only $30, this is definitely the best keyboard that you can buy for this budget. Now, I'm going to be making a video about the mouse, keyboard, and the headphone stand I'm about to talk about, but these are overall the best products I could find. Now, the headphone stand. Now, the headphone stand I went with is the Newbie headphone stand headset holder. It has a flexible headrest, it has an ABS solid base for all headphone sizes, and it has a black design. So the height is 21 centimeters and 7 by 4.5 centimeters. So it has a pad protected headphone rest, an aluminum supporting bar, and it has the anti-slip base with the 4 little circles. Now, all this is very well put together, and it's very nice quality for only $9. Now, for $9, this is definitely a dream come true headphone stand, and it only takes up a little bit of room. So the bottom is only 9.5 centimeters by 9.5 centimeters. So overall, that's not even that big. And for the price, I'd say it's amazing. Obviously, your headphone stand isn't just for a show. You're going to need to put your headphones on it. So that's why I recommend buying the Razer Barracuda X wireless/wired gaming headset. So it comes with a wireless Bluetooth design, a 40mm driver that you plug in, so now it's wired, a detachable mic, and with a 50-hour battery life, and this black design. It's only $69 plus Amazon Music, and I think that's very nice. So there's a Razer audio app on your phone or on your desktop that you can monitor and put your headphones on Do Not Disturb, so you don't get any notifications or calls when you're gaming, and you can also check the battery of it. Now, for only $69, these are definitely my top 3 best gaming headsets under $200. It goes to Arctis SteelSeries Nova 1P gaming headset for about, I think it's like $40 or $50. Then the Razer Barracuda X at $70 or $69 right now. And then the Razer Black Shark V2s, which are about $140. So for about half the price of the Razer Black Sharks, I think they're a little more than half as good. So for only $70, this is the best headset with a nice mic that you can buy for right now. Now, to put this stuff on, you need to have a mouse pad. So that's why I went with this Gutsy Aiden Aqua Swirl mouse pad. So it comes in all different colors, but I went with Aqua Swirl because the overall looks the best and it's very clean. So the size is 36 by 18 inches and it's only $40. But if you use the Summer 10 code, you get a 10% discount. So it's only $30 $36. And for $36, that's actually really nice because getting it for $36, this very nice mouse pad that will fit the desk I'm about to talk about in a second is actually very nice. So you're going to need a desk to put all your stuff on it. So I went with the Sweet Crispy electric adjustable height standing desk. So it's 63 by 24 and it has a splice board, which means you can move the desk in half, like if you want to sit on one side, or if you want to sit on the other, or if you want to stand on one side, or if you want to stand on the other. So like 2 people can work on the desk at once. So it comes with 2 wire holes at the back on the left and right side, 2 headphone hooks, so you can put like a bag or something on it, and it has this nice woodish design for the top and the white legs at the bottom. It has an LED screen that tells you the height of it, the up or down arrows to move it up or down, 3 presets to lock in at different heights, and the button to lock in the heights so you can choose the different presets. Now, for only $150, this is hands down the best standing desk for even the price and for the quality. Sweet Crispy makes these very nice standing desks that I do recommend buying. Now, for us gamers that don't want to stand all day playing, you want to get a nice gaming chair. So that's why I went with the Homall gaming chair. So it's the S Racer model, and it has this white colorway for only $100. It has these Pooh racing wheels that are actually used in race cars, so it's a very nice design. That is the design of the concept for the Homall gaming chair that someone actually drew out, which is actually very insane. That is the size. I could tell you the inches by the size. I'm guessing it doesn't. Here it is. So the backrest is 22.5 inches. The backrest height is 30.5 inches. The adjustable height is 3.2 inches. The seat width is 14.5 inches. It does not come with a footrest, but you can live without it for only $100. And the seat depth is 20.5 inches. All this for $100 is absolutely insane. So I do recommend purchasing this. If you want to buy like a $150 one, there is the GT Racing one that does come with a leg rest for only $50 more, but for only $100, this is definitely the best one that you could buy. So the last thing I'm going to be talking about is the streaming setup. So you're going to need a webcam and a mic. So I found this mic bundle that comes with a suspension boom scissor mic stand and the AM8 5-Fine mic for only $73. Now the AM8 ranges from about $50 to $60, which is actually amazing for the price because this is definitely one of the best budget microphones that anyone could buy, whether you're a top-notch streamer or you're just getting started. And the CS1 is anywhere from like $20 to $25, so for only $73 for this bundle, I think is absolutely amazing. So if you're using the AM8 microphone on Xbox, you're going to need some attachments to make this work. I don't know why, it's just the way it goes. So the first thing you're going to need is this Turtle Beach Air Force headset audio controller for your Xbox Series X/S or Xbox One controller. I'll link a video down below telling you how to set it up so you can make all this work. Now, the next thing you're going to need is this King Top headset splitter. That is 3.5 millimeters, and it's a headphone mic splitter cable for headsets. So, for only $9, this is the best thing that you can buy, and it's not cheap, but it's not expensive either. So, you're obviously going to need this for this step, and you're also going to need this Cable Creation 3.5 millimeter aux cable that will plug into it. As I said before, I'll link a video showing you how to connect this to Xbox and all the steps that you will need. So the last thing for this setup is the webcam. So that's why I went with this Razer Kaio webcam. So it streams up to 1080p at 30 FPS or 720p at 60 FPS, which are great ranges for the FPS ratio. So it comes with this very nice ring light that you can adjust the brightness, and it also comes with this built-in microphone. I don't really suggest using it since you're going to buy a microphone anyways, but for only $48, and it might look like it's out to be out of stock, but it'll restock, or if you want to buy it on the Razer website, it's only $50. So both of these options are amazing, but for the price, it's also very great. After reviewing all the products, let's tally up the price. So it's $18.12 for the stuff on Amazon, plus $36 for the Gutsy 8 mousepad. So that brings our total up to $1,848. Now, for under $2,000, this is the best budget PC setup of 2024, hands down. And Amazon Prime Day is coming up July 16th to 17th, so there's obviously going to be more deals that will definitely bring this total down to maybe even $1,500 if you get lucky. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the Buck PC's YouTube channel, comment anything I should change, turn on the bell so you never miss another video, and peace.